5の時から一緒にやって
I have been working with him since Final Fantasy V. When he joined Square, he told me he initially wanted...
Okay, I hit some buttons wrong there, but... Hey everybody, the framing's a little weird when I'm on mic like this. Normally I'll be back here, trying to talk, but it sounds really weird, so... I don't have a Billy Blanks mic yet, or a Sean T mic. Should... Okay, alright. Big brain thought, right off the top here. Did you have to rev up the stream? Yeah. Gotta dump a little gas on it. Okay, big brain thought. Alright. Since like streaming is a big deal, and selling like prosumer level streaming equipment is kind of an interesting market. How about Beachbody does Sean T branded remote microphones, or wireless microphones? Wireless microphones are not super easy to use either, so I think maybe they could stand with a Elgato style plug and play treatment as a product. Anyway, I just want to buy something with Sean T's name on it, that's all I'm saying. Okay, gotta strap up. This is basically the scene in Commando where he's like locking and loading. That's the ritual of preparing the ring-con control for a rousing ring fit sesh. This is such a mess. Ransacked. My monitor's not level. Gross. Throw it away, throw it away. The heckin' dang diddly fucking shit is up. Some squats, I'm thinking. Means not this booty. Booty's gonna be touching the ground, gonna be scraping the earth. Okay, I'm gonna remember this time. Spend my skill points. I have too many of them. Whoa, it's day 69! Oh! I can't believe I just squeezed past it too quick, but... What? Only Lawdog can turn exercise nerdy. Commando is the least nerdy thing ever. Ever. Oh, Shatton? Are you referring to this? This beautiful thing that I still have next to my computer because I don't know where to put it? The good thing is that I get to look at it all the time. They have gotten a little easier. Keeps asking me to reduce the difficulty, and I keep telling it no.
Your posture
I
straight.
tell it to stop asking.
3, 2.
Oh no! I need the ring.
Go.
Going.
Alternate bringing your knees up to touch the ring con. This stretch targets the area between the thighs and glutes. Last time.
I love the knee.
Yes, just like that. Next is the heel lift stretch. Bring the insides of your ankles up toward the ring con. Breathe out as you raise your ankles. Last time. All right, good.
Welcome back, Chef.
Next is the back straightening stretch. Take a big step forward and drop your hips. Don't let your knees move too far forward. Make sure your toes are pointed straight ahead of you. Let's do one more of each. Yes, looking great. Finally, spread your feet. Raise the ring con above your head and lean to the side. Be sure to keep your lower back straight. As you exhale, begin to lean. Let's do one more of each. Great job!
Arc Dank Luca. When you bring up Lawrence Sakamoto. I was actually thinking for the first time in months, I'd actually be able to go to wrestling school tomorrow. Like how the camera looks like an airliner window? Yeah, I finally put a filter over it, so it's kind of like fuzzed out around the corners. It's too plain to just have a big old rectangle there. Okay. Another side quest, huh? No. Abilities. 10 points. What's it going towards? Like a question. That looks good. Oh yeah. Boner. A boner exercise. Whoa! Yo, look at that. That looks cool. Damn. I don't usually use recovery moves, but that one actually looks like a really good stretch. Like the aux input and high scores art. Thank you. Yeah, that was actually a member of the stream community made that. I commissioned that. It was part of a graphics refresh. It kind of goes along with the transition screens and stuff like that. Trying to look like Game Boy Advance aesthetic is sort of the, I guess, the word that I sort of dropped on it. So you kind of see the muted purples and stuff like that. I really like the font. I was a huge fan of that. It's so cute. Oh, I want to do planks though. So much attack. What do I do? What do I do? Oh, these exercises look fun to do. I don't want to do pendulum bend. I already have like level 2 pendulum bend. Oh, that's such a... Came from the Horde mode VOD. Cool. Are we still able to donate to the video games for hospitalized kids? The donate command should still point to the Tiltify. So, I think so. I don't think they've closed out the campaign. Maybe they have. Let's see. Butter kick looks fun, but planks. I don't need core though. Do. Maybe I need to go see what this other question mark. I'm actually gonna find my way towards it. A question mark. Who can say no to a question? I don't ever want to use this here, but Huh! We're partnered with Wounded Warrior Project? Not that I can go. Why are you asking about that one specifically?
Ah.
Oh. Beat all the monsters and reach the goal. Okay. Ingredients here. Doing the side quest first. 82 calories, wow. Probably gonna be a lot of monsters here. This might be so I usually come in over calorie estimate because I don't know, because I'm a gamer. I put the game on hard difficulty, so this might be the one thing I do today. We'll see. Work for a nonprofit and Wounded Warrior Project is one of our clients. Just curious. They have a Tiltify campaign running right now. Okay, cool. I usually try to do like one charitable thing a month, what I average, but an unintended side effect. God bless charities. God bless them. But once you raise money for them, they try to get you to do it a lot, all the time. So ever since getting more personally involved with like trying to do fundraising and philanthropy, it has really cranked up the amount of like just like time bites that happen. Like, hey, can you do this? Hey, we're really excited for you to do that. I'm just like, hey, I have like work to do. I can't respond to all this. Oh no, I didn't make. Oh. Okay, well, what? Yeah, lots of comms. Yeah, Rick. Let's see. And like a lot of physical mail from some of the places I've worked with here in LA. LA Food Bank and Red Cross like to email or like to physically mail me least once a week. And I wish they would stop, because it doesn't help anything.
Let's go.
Iceman? Well, an interesting level of tact you have employed by asking that question with somebody who just said they work with them. But maybe, I don't know. Sometimes headlines can get away from stories. Oh, thank you, Hyperdune. Yeah, this is my crunchy hair. I'm like a day away from showering. I shower after I work out, so you're seeing me at my most grungy. Like, I'm not saying screw charities, but I'm saying, like, one thing that I think getting more involved with charitable work has taught me is that the real world is so much more messy and time-consuming than you'd think, in like virtually every possible way. It's so tempting to think that real-world problems have a simple solution and the only thing blocking it is like greed or laziness, but that's so not the case sometimes. Sometimes you can have all the resources to solve a problem and not the time, or the manpower, or the logistics. Like, there's so many things. So, anyway. Run and
Yeah, when you want to back
jump,
up,
squat.
just pull on me from both sides. Okay, nice.
Oh no! The wrong one.
Yeah.
How was the weight loss going? Still roasting a
The skill.
fuckload of veggies? I've backed off on that a little bit. That was very time consuming. And not a good appetite spread. Like, I didn't. What's working better is like basically mixing vegetables into whatever I cook when I make meals. As opposed to like trying to trust myself to eat vegetables when I'm hungry or want a snack. Which, you know, it doesn't really work out. But I'm getting better at cooking, which is helping. Sorry, I'm a little winded. Right now I just have to hit my calories every day. And sometimes I come in like 100 or 200 calories over, which isn't the worst thing. But, you know, it just extends out the period of dieting. So it's don't eat it now or don't eat it later. I can't deal with a whole carrot on my plate. That's good for dipping. Cake and veggies?
Back press.
I don't really bake. Stephanie's.
Okay, let's go. Work on your back and shoulders. Nice. Nice. Great.
Popping your D&D stretch for the stream? Got some hot humming bass
Neat.
popping?
Keep it up.
Like flailing in your driveway?
Fantastic. Awesome.
Oh yeah, when you give a mouse
Good.
No, you're right. And that's like that's a weird sensation and emotion to deal with.
Good job. Nicely done. Well done. Perfect. Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. Fantastic. Fine work. Wonderful.
I mean, some of those factors are why it's just, to some degree,
Great.
but I've pivoted my intention to do good in the world, as that impulse, and how it takes effect. I've sort of shifted it from cutting checks to large organizations to like trying to do more direct impact. Kind of helping and enabling people that I work with as contractors. More targeted acts of goodwill through
All
the
right.
community.
Amazing.
That sort of feel.
Okay. Okay. work. Okay. Perfect. Good job.
Oh, why?
Sharp.
I don't know why they made the screenshot button the bumper. With the like back press, it's inches between my shoulder blades. Calorie counting and home cooking stuff doesn't seem to work for me. I feel like I'm completely futzing the estimations. But at a number on the side of some yogurt, that's fine. Yeah, eating prepackaged stuff is a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, the nutrition is pretty precise, theoretically. It may upset you to know that even FDA labeling is not accurate. But if you're cooking for yourself and you're trying to eat lean, really the only factors are how much oil are you using in your cooking and how much meat are you eating, or like how much protein. And you can weigh it. Kitchen scales will give you exactly the right number as far as how much something weighs. And then most calorie tracking apps, you can just punch in the amount of grams or whatever you're eating. And that's way closer than just kind of relying on your body to regulate itself, which my body's not good at doing. So, yeah. Oh, Minor Tom. The thing that's also another mindfuck is like, so, like bags can contain any number of portions, right? Or containers, whatever. This bag of Doritos has 10 portions of Doritos. But even a portion size is arbitrary, according to the FDA. A portion, according to the, Federal Drug and Food Administration, whatever, they just made that up too. It's not like there's some algebraic, mathematic, defined perfection for what the human body needs. There's just another human being sitting down at a table and figuring it out. So, relying on that as like the backbone of your diet is also, even that's a little fuzzy. It's better than nothing. But for a long time I implied a lot of structure, or assumed a lot of structure from like nutrition labels, because I didn't really have any other kind.
Fantastic.
But even that's pretty ethereal.
Wonderful. Okay. Excellent.
Label on beer packaging is pretty precise. You have to get within 0.1% ABV with what's on the can.
Nice.
Gotta balance the carbs. Falls within 5% too. Okay.
Come on.
Weird is in America, the alcohol is not regulated by the same thing food.
Good effort.
ATF. So they don't often put calorie information on alcohol because also it's terrible. My problem is spending the time to make the food. If I'll get addicted to my work, I'm at 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten for 24 hours. Yes. I have similar problems. If I get really into a task, I just don't feel hungry. It is kind of a very light form of being obsessive compulsive, I think. You get fixated on a task. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think it does require acknowledgement and management. Be tough. Be very tough. Then it's like you have to set alarms for yourself. Oh, yeah, seltzers have, my understanding, my assumption, that seltzers have calorie info because seltzers have fewer calories. No! So, they don't mind putting it on there because it's usually like 100 calories. Whereas a beer might have 250, 300 in
You've got it.
one
Keep
container.
pushing me into your stomach.
Beers have calorie info? Light beers do, yes. If they want you to know it because they think it'll make you buy it, they'll put it on there. Calorie info on beer is purely up to the marketing desires of the people making it. They are not required to put it on there.
Right on.
Ugh. Yeah, it's marketing itself as a diet beer.
Select a skill and attack.
Find the portion sizes convenient from my food journal app. Simply add the ingredient as a fraction of said serving or container size. Evan, that's exactly what I do. 100%. You eat half of a thing, 0.5, and you're good to go. You don't have to weigh it or anything. I don't know, Minor Tom. I can't trust my body to interpret hunger properly. Or at least, if I'm hungry at the end of the day and I eat, I will never lose weight. Ever. If I'm like eating the right amount of calories, I'm typically hungry at the end of the day all the time. I think sometimes that is a sensation that you have to train yourself out of, or retrain your body on what to expect. Another room? No, it's the same room. Just kind of a different angle. And you get to see more of the roof. After losing 150 pounds a few years ago, I have maintained by doing an hour of cardio every day, eating whatever I want with loose portion control and intermittent fasting. Won't be sustainable when I'm older, but probably the best balance for physical and mental health. Sounds pretty realistic. You know? An hour of cardio is not going to burn off whatever you want, though. Because I would eat whatever I want, didn't do the intermittent fasting. But in my 20s, I was doing an hour and a half of cardio a night, at least, because I was desperate to lose weight. But I would still eat terribly. So, where am I? I'm right here.
Pendulum bend.
Hello, Grim.
Okay, let's move. Keep your hips still as you twist your body. Excellent! Fantastic! Okay! Nice! All right! Amazing! Great! Nicely done! Neat! Keep it up! Great! Perfect! Fantastic! 30 more! Okay! Excellent! Good job! Wonderful! Nice! Amazing! Yes! Yes! Sharp! Very nice! Awesome! Well done! Nice! Fine work! Awesome! Okay! Nicely done! Neat! Amazing! Okay! 20 more! Great! Amazing! Okay! Wonderful! Great! Fantastic! Very nice! Excellent! Excellent! Increase your pace! Yes! Yes! All right! Very nice! Okay! 10 more! Okay! Great! Nice! Fantastic! Fine work! 5 more! Well done! Good job! 3! Neat! Great! 1 left! Okay! Perfect!
Oh, good lord. Need to turn on my fan. Huh. Can't sense hunger properly unless I'm eating a specific way. When I'm regularly eating breads and sugars, I have pretty much unlimited appetite. On zero carb, I'm full after a normal sized meal. Whereas before, I could pretty much eat an entire Sizzler by myself, staff and all. Yeah, this whole grain, vegetable, lean protein shit actually does work. You can make a 500 calorie meal go like 4 to 5 hours and feel great. You do have to eat the right kind of stuff. Yeah. And if you eat nothing but the right kind of stuff, for me at least, I can finish the day on about like 1,600 calories is about as lean as I can cut it. 1,700 is usually where I aim for. But if I do everything right, I can end the day like that. And that's what I need to do, basically. fewer calories is how I went from 187 to 150 pounds pre-COVID. Went from 187 from 150 pre-COVID. I was a gym rat who never understood how important calorie intake was. I'm still really training myself on it. What's really annoying, what fucking sucks, is that 250 calories, like I feel like I can sneeze and lose and eat 250 calories. Like my mouth open that long, I just take it in. But that can be the difference between like losing and gaining weight over time.
Keep squeezing.
It's really just that minute. So yeah, I'm in the good thing is I'm in the middle of a pretty long stretch here where I have a decent amount of control over my dietary situation. That's the thing that kind of got me is like traveling to Europe. Like no fucking way I'm gonna watch my calories while in Europe and Italy. Give me a fucking break. Am I really gonna be like, if I want to stop in and get like a glass of wine and a cappuccino, watch all the fucking Vespa scooters buzz by? I'm gonna whip out my phone and write that shit down? No. I have bread with a side of bread. Exactly. Yes. Spaghetti. Nothing but spaghetti. Pasta with a little pasta topper. Because the pasta was so good. That's why we diet, you know? Balance. Time for everything.
Okay, let's
Time for feast.
target your back with this one. Well done.
Time for whole grain.
Fantastic.
Egg whites. That's the other thing. I'm getting a little bit better about,
Nice.
like,
Keep it up.
health shit. Figuring out how to combine it with other health shits to make it more edible. So there are these, like, I use a food service that just sends me a lot of hippie food, and it's great. But that by itself, maybe not the greatest. They send me like little tubs of like bean salad. Good snack, but come on, who's fiending for like vinegary beans? So what you do is you like spread it on a piece of whole grain toast, maybe dust it with some cheese, throw it in the toaster oven for a little bit, get it all melty, sprinkle some flake salt on it, ground some fresh pepper. Like then you've turned it, you've like expanded its profile. It's not just cold beans out of the fridge. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's another thing is finding the dietary staples you need. Yogurt, I think, is a great dietary staple that if you can give it a twist that makes it really good for you. For me, like dicing up strawberries, mixing it in, a little drizzle of honey, dried cranberries, just something to give it like a little bit of texture. Like maybe crumple up a tiny little graham cracker in there. Yeah, yogurt is a blessing.
Fine work.
Yogurt doesn't have lactose, right? Yogurt's basically the perfect food. Nobody's allergic to yogurt, are they? Maybe they are. Oh, protein powder mixes really well into Greek yogurt. One thing I used to do, Stephanie actually came up with this, and I accidentally stole it from her. Mixing like chocolate protein powder into cold brew. And then you basically get a like a breakfast smoothie, and then the caffeine can help get you going, and it's also kind of an appetite suppressant. So it's a pretty great way to start the day on like 200 calories. Oh, it does have lactose? Okay. Ah.
All right. Wonderful. Well done. Fantastic.
But philosophically, it's still in line with sort of the thing that I'm sort of experimenting with and learning now, which is how to take
Okay.
healthy ingredients,
Fantastic.
combine them with other healthy things to make a dish that is delicious, but, you know, doesn't have to, like, isn't junk food. You know what I mean? So you're not just eating like a plain bowl of Greek yogurt. Maybe you use 100 calories to make it a little more delicious, and then instead of 120 calories, it's 220. But that's way more filling. You get way more protein and actual nutrients from it than like a 220-pound snack bag or 220 calorie snack bag of Doritos. Yogurt has dairy. My fiance has a dairy allergy. Damn.
Very
That
nice.
sucks. Okay.
Nice.
I thought yogurt was the one thing the world could
Okay.
go around.
Keep
Oh,
it
you put
up.
butter and coconut oil in your coffee?
Nice. Sharp.
I mean, butter, what is it? called bullet coffee here in the
Let's
US,
keep
but
going.
butter and coffee is becoming more of a thing. I had it once. It was really good. And actually, I found a coffee creamer that was like almond milk and coconut milk together, and it was awesome. Coconut milk goes really well in coffee. I agree with
Fine
that.
work. Good. Good.
I've
Excellent.
never had butter and coconut oil, but I can see that working really well together.
3.
Like,
Come on. All right.
coconut milk
Okay.
by itself is not as fatty as you'd think, so pairing it with a fat
Okay, let's
really
go.
builds out the mouthfeel.
Like you're pulling a bowstring taut. Excellent. Amazing. Great.
Like, here's a
Neat.
practical example. So the service that I'm signed up for, they keep sending me, like, you can basically have them send you, like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner things. One of the breakfast items they keep sending me are these bags of ancient grain pancake mix. And I tried to just cook it in a pan, and it, like, doesn't get fluffy in the middle. It's just more like just kind of mush, just kind of dough. For some reason, it doesn't ever cook up like an actual pancake. So I didn't like eating them for a while. I couldn't figure out the texture. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, what if I put it in a waffle maker? That'll give it a way more even cook. I won't have to flip it and like kind of have it stuck to the pan or... Anyway, so I used a big waffle maker. It was better. It was crispier since there was more surface area that was cooked. The inside's still a little doughy though. Then, Steph said she had a mini waffle maker. So now I just put it in the mini waffle maker, and I got like this nice crispy mini waffle that doesn't have a whole lot of like interior texture to turn really gooey. So I figured out how to cook them, and now I can make a big batch of it and pour the rest of the batter in the fridge in like a little Tupperware container. So I don't have to mix up a whole thing every time I want to just make 2 or 3 for breakfast. So I now have like a really time-efficient pipeline to turn that into a meal I can actually eat. Yeah, it's a powder you add water
Very
to.
nice. Perfect.
But you're right, a whole lot of water goes out of it when I'm cooking it. Yeah, maybe I gotta cook with a lid. Does that make it stay fluffy inside?
Okay. Sharp. Neat. Amazing. Fine work. Keep it up. Excellent. Nicely done.
Does high rep lifting help weight loss at all?
Awesome.
Yeah. Any amount of activity is gonna help weight loss to some degree. I would assume doing higher reps will keep you will elevate your heart and keep it elevated longer than doing lower reps with max weight. So probably a little more. I guess it depends really what high reps you're doing. If you're doing like sets of 20 or something like that, then yeah, probably. Because it is more of a cardio workout at that.
All right.
I mean, I guess the ultimate version of that is something like CrossFit, where it's tons and tons and tons of reps on body weight. And that is an outrageous cardio burner. Calorie burner.
Great. Let's
If you
pick
don't
up the
observe
pace.
keto over a low-carb diet, just replacing any grain-based breakfast with bulletproof coffee and some salami can do wonders. You have low energy or mental fog in the mornings. Since you slept, you're on around 6 hours fasted. Having only a fat and protein breakfast doesn't throw a wrench in your glucose levels and give you an insulin headache. Really good point. A really interesting observation, actually. Yeah, these days I gravitate mostly towards egg-based breakfasts because it is fat and protein, and that's it. Sometimes a little cheese. If I do any carbs, it's usually like 1 slice of bread, usually just under to hold egg. That's about it.
Nice. Keep it up. Feels great to move your body, right?
The AEW show in Orlando, the other weekend, absolute blast. 10 out of 10 show. Yeah, seeing AEW's come up has been really nice. Getting like a lot of good talent, putting on great shows, putting people right, it seems.
Select a skill and attack. Seated ring raise. Raise and lower your arm. Raise up, lower down, 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 raise up, lower down. Exhale as you lower the ring. Lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down. Halfway there. Raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down. 20 more. Raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down, raise up, lower down. 10 more. Raise up, lower down, raise up. 5 more. Raise up, lower down. You made it! Stand up. No need to rush, though.
Ah, dang it. Post-workout, yeah, cantaloupe. Seems like there's a lot of conventional wisdom about post-workout eating. I don't know, my fitness goals are much higher level, I think, so I don't worry too much about that aspect. I just make sure I drink enough water. Yeah.
With your legs bent slightly,
Okay.
squeeze.
I think I might have found the secret to Toasty Guard.
Select the skill.
Quick,
Nail
knock
it.
this thing out.
Move super energetically. Right. Feels great to move your body, right?
I'm into genetic dieting, although there's not a lot of resources on it. Huh. I'm a Pacific Islander. My ancestors' pre-colonial diet would have been mostly fish, some really basic starches from poi, and seasonal fruits. I don't exclusively eat that way, but just having that landmark to nudge towards when I eat has helped a lot. The big jolly round Samoan or Hawaiian guy wasn't a body type until after European colonization, yeah. We gave you guys mayonnaise, macaroni, and Spam. And it was just a wildfire from there, huh? There's just a bunch of Dwayne Johnsons running around being massively ripped. I mean, yeah, if you live an active lifestyle and all you do is eat fish, you're gonna become like a goddamn predator. You're gonna be a wiry murderer. Hey, what's up, Deaf Moon? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm doing pretty good. Getting the day started. Woo! You're just supposed to make the jump. That doesn't mean I miss a monster.
Bend your knees, then straighten them when you're all the way down.
Basically go to Disney World. That's awesome.
Doing great!
What parks are you gonna visit? You gonna go to all of them? So many boiled grains. Like, damn, England, you just eat mush all the time and you rule the planet? I was actually just reading a really interesting study about that. Or maybe cultural opinion piece might be a little more accurate. Basically, kind of on the subject of
Select a skill and
European cuisine and the usage of spice and aromatics and stuff like that around the world. There's this commonly held belief, apparently among sociologists, that throughout antiquity, in places outside of the civilized West, people used spice to cover up the taste of like rotting or deteriorating food or meat. And in a way that sort of represents this weird colonialistic idea that the only reason you would use those things, or the reason you had to use them in savage lands, is because people ate rotten food, or that they didn't have access to clean food. But that turns out to not be the case. Like the counterpoint of the article was that meat was pretty prevalent and cheap to get, and that spices were used for flavor. And it turns out that like places outside of England aren't just savages trying to cut by. They're actually inventing culture on their own. So that was an interesting little thought. I don't want to do squats, but I'm gonna do squats. Wait a minute. Maybe I should. How lazy do I feel today? I don't want to do squats. Spices help preserve meat and food? Well, salt can. Yeah, I don't know about spices. I think spicy food, but my stomach is not. You know what's weird? It took me a long time to realize that if I had to wake up in the middle of the night with like a battery acid incident in the restroom, it's because I ate something massively spicy. I just couldn't figure it out. I would eat spicy food all the time and then be like, why am I waking up like this? Doing these like volcano shits. And then I was like, oh, it's because I had like the spiciest Thai food that the Thai restaurant would make. So anyway, long story short, I had a nostalgic experience when I had a really spicy Chipotle bowl. Like, the 5 a.m. sweats. Remember this.
Russian twist. Twist. Left, right, 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 left. Maintain your breathing as you twist. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Halfway there. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 20 more. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. 10 more. Left, right, left. 5 more. Left, right. You made it! Stand up. No need to rush.
I made it. Growing up in a Mexican household, you basically get gassed every time your mom does roast chiles on the comal. Huh. Would it actually just put out like capsaicin into the air? It's just like, make you... Looked into some dental scientists that think that the English sailing diet was why they have a reputation for bad teeth. Essentially, your skull isn't done being shaped when you're born. The humans would give pre-chewed meats and hearty veggies to babies before agriculture. And the mechanical action of chewing moved your upper jaw into correct alignment. The British boiled a lot of food out of necessity, and it caused their jaws to not fully form and match up. Huh. Okay. Oh, the air becomes spicy all over the house? Oh. Does it like stick to walls or whatever? Like smoking a really spicy cigarette? Huh. As someone who struggles to stick to ab and core exercises, I can honestly say I'd never thought about doing that one with my ankles on the floor. I might have to rotate that one into my routine. Yeah, I mean, you get more of a workout with your heels off the floor. This game shows you like the most approachable versions of exercises, and even will offer you some like things you can do if even that's too hard. But occasionally, Tip will be like, "Hey, you want to punch this exercise up? You can eat." Like things like that. So this game tries to be as friendly and kind, but yeah, if you want to really push yourself, I mean, I'm doing it on. It also has a difficulty scaling, so.
Feel it in your stomach when you breathe out.
I was thinking that like during that exercise, Tip was talking about focusing on your breathing. That is something that is a bit difficult for me. When I'm doing a really intense core workout, it's challenging to also breathe, especially something that's maybe not. Like if I do an ab wheel where you like roll out and contract back in, at full contraction, I basically can't breathe. I don't know how to like also work my diaphragm independent of all my other core muscles. So it's something that I'm playing with, like as I do Russian twists, so being like, trying to like inhale and exhale at different phases of the contraction so that I can feel the muscles working independently, so my brain learns how to do it. Interesting, okay. It's not sticky or smoky. It's pretty invisible, just makes your eyes water and cough all the time. God. Man. All for the flavor. Sabor. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Right. But
Okay,
I'm
let's
sometimes
move.
impressed at how responsive it is.
This will target your back. Excellent! Amazing! Good job! Fantastic! Perfect! Very nice!
Knees
Fantastic!
popping. Joints locking. Done 4.
Nice! Sharp! Okay!
Oh. Diaphragm and manual. Gotta punch the clutch. Lungs. Little burp coming. Oh, there it is. Got another one. Oh, you lose your balance. Okay, then yeah, keep your ankles down. Yeah, that can be tough, especially if you're moving around a medicine ball. Sometimes I find that my fat ass like folds on itself, and then I'm sitting on like a fat ass flap. I have to like kind of smooth it out. And then your tailbone can like dig into the ground in comfort. You gotta, like if your tailbone's sitting right on the hem of your pants. Ah, it hurts. Saying Ring Fit is better than Wii Fit. Yes. I think Ring Fit. So Wii Fit was very like stabilization, wellness, kind of yoga based. This is much more fitness. I can see why somebody might prefer Wii Fit to Ring Fit, but I think Ring Fit is the better workout. If all somebody wants is just sort of a general wellness, mindfulness check-in, like a weighing session, some stretches, maybe some balance, some very light balance games, sure. But this game has that. It has a whole lot more. But I think because it has a whole lot more, it's not focused on just that. But you can play Ring Fit using only like yoga exercises. So I think in that regard, it takes a little customization. You have to like know how to go through the menus and pick what you want. But I think you could play this game just like Wii Fit if you wanted. Okay.
Okay! Keep it up! Nice work! Nicely done! Well done! Nice! Great! Wonderful! Yes! Yes! Awesome! All right! Excellent! Neat! Amazing! Great!
Keep forgetting to breathe. The bottom of the rep. It's one of those like, it's not quite like a deadlift, but it activates so many muscles all at the same time that it's just this like, I don't know, it's an interesting sensation. Like throwing your body into overdrive. Have you ever seen a fail video where like somebody does a squat or deadlift and then they pass out? It creates like such a crazy spike in your heart pressure of all of your muscles firing at once. tends to make you not want to breathe too. So then everything loses oxygen. And that's when your brain starts turning off switches. One of the more interesting things I learned in jiu-jitsu. Like, choking somebody out isn't making them not breathe, it's cutting out blood. Squeeze the arteries. Then the brain's just like, goodbye! Like, nearly instantly. I think that was like, those days was the first day, one of the first days I got choked out. But, you know, now that I think about it too, I'm remembering all the shit I coughed up because I got throat punched. I remember when I got a hernia doing squats, scared the hell out of me. Ugh! You like feel something pop or something? Bunster. I play too many video games. Keep up with pro wrestling, unfortunately. But I respect the fuck out of it. I love goofy theater. I love stunt work. I love wholesome performance. And that's what a lot of pro wrestling is. Pop in my abdomen and a solid lump hurts so much. Oh, my dude. I'm very sorry to hear you went through that. But I did that doc with Rooster Teeth, which really kind of has always enchanted me. I have gone back to that same academy, but it's been a couple months. So, although I don't have anything going on tomorrow that I know of. Hold on. I often forget. But Saturdays are when they do beginner classes. Yes. So, I'm actually going to be able to go tomorrow. Means I'm going to mess up my spine. Can't wait. Last time I went, we were practicing like front flips, basically, like what you do out of a hip toss. And I did one experiment where I tried to get a lot of height and then flip, but basically I just jumped and then spiked into the mat like a lawn dart. So things felt a little weird after that. And then I got home and threw myself on like I had this like yoga foam roller for my back, and something went like really deep inside. Like something thunked. It was like a Mr. Incredible crack. And then everything felt fine. So I have the experience now, shoving bones out of place. Actually, I did break a rib. I have a little lump right here, so that already happened. I really should be in worse shape than I am. It's kind of not fair. There are people who don't do anything stupid, and their bodies aren't their friends. Constantly revolting. I have punished this poor thing so much, and it's still been so nice to me. Macaroni, thank you for the prime. Ooh, Void Cat, thank you for the sub. Got through my own workout. May the iron gods look happily upon our sweaty sacrifice. Yeah, clanging and banging in the, what is it? Clanging and banging in iron paradise? Something like that. I can't remember, The Rock said something. Okay. Talk to me how hard the ropes and turns are in a ring. Yeah. You gotta like support a 400-pound monster of muscle throwing himself into it. Yeah, that hurts too. It's basically getting like whipped on the back with a rubber band. That's a little dramatic, but the ropes after a warm-up, your back just kind of goes numb. Bumps always hurt though. I only never felt a bump when I was like in the middle of an incredible spot. Like it's going super well, we're hitting all of our timings, and I can just throw myself into a bump, especially if like the audience is cheering and you just have that adrenaline. You don't feel shit, but oh boy, when you're practicing bumps, fuck me. Everything's hard in a ring. That's like, gotta be. You have these like, it's just so wild, man. You have these 280-pound men dropping 20 feet onto this surface, and you see it, and you see them not die, and you're like, oh, it must be springy, right? It must be fun. Ooh, it's not. It's not. There's so much skill, and honestly, like personal sacrifice. Nobody takes a bump. I guess that's the other thing about pro wrestling that I find a little romantic, and not a healthy reaction, but self-sacrifice of it. Kind of the same with stunt work, action films. Like, the best possible stunt you walk away from only a little bit injured. That's the best case scenario. That stuff doesn't, like, nobody gets injured for free. It all stacks up.
Well done! Fantastic! Nice. Perfect. Fantastic. Amazing. Fantastic. Very nice. Keep it up. Excellent. Increase your pace.
I guess the other thing that I think I could stand to benefit a lot from the sort of unspoken collaborative aspect of it. The idea that it truly is a dance, not combat. The idea of, I mean, it's improv, it's everything. And I've often felt that I'm on such a different wavelength from most people all the time. And that can make wordless communication a little difficult for me. In improv situations, it's difficult for me to it's difficult for me to either set somebody else up or play off the cues they're giving me. So that's a critical skill in professional wrestling. So it's something I'm hoping to develop.
Great. Good. Fantastic. Okay. 10 more. Well done. Good job. You got it. Fine work. Yes. Yes. 5 more. Excellent. Neat. 3. Nice. Very nice. 1 left. Right on. Flawless.
What's up, Gordon? Oh, you bitch. Oh, no. Okay, that might be okay.
Stay hydrated.
Still at place watching this with a stuffed crust pizza? Nonsense. You've earned that stuffed crust. Oh, man. I don't know how many hit points this thing.
Awful.
Plus, I'm burning the calories for you right now. You watch this stream? I play nerdy ass shit.
Go.
You don't want to.
Hold the ring con like a bow. Yes! Yes! Nicely done!
Why can't it be the same for exercise?
Neat. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Excellent.
Thank you, young turkey.
Good job. Awesome. Fine work. All right.
Oh, fucking shit, man. Really didn't need this extra enemy, but now I really want to kill it. Because it's sparkling. Ugh.
Very nice.
Ring Fit worth it. I say so for sure.
Fine work. Well done. Amazing.
It's you know, it's a long game. Very well made. Thank you, Walter Moose. Look at that. Or Water Moose, my bad. Over 100 calories. Means I can eat whatever I want today, right? Like one banana. May not even be one banana. No squats, bro.
Great. Excellent. Good job. Excellent. Challenge yourself.
I really need work on this exercise. That's why I pick it so much. My like pinchy muscles in my back need a lot of tone. I've had garbage gamer posture my whole life.
Nice. All right. Great. 5 more. Keep it up. 3. Come on. Okay. Okay, let's switch sides. Okay, let's move. Good for working those upper arms. All right. Nicely done. Neat.
often do you do your ring fit? I got it, but I haven't gotten around to committing to do it often. I wonder if it'd make a difference. I mean, it would. Yeah, consistency is key. Especially when it comes to fitness. Lately, I've been doing it more often because I've made a concentrated effort to stream it more. It's just more uptime, really. Otherwise, I would do this and then start streaming. But typically, like lately, it's been 5 to 6 days a week. But that's because I'm making a concentrated focus on burning calories and trying to lose body fat. Before, I was trying to cut calories and lift weights. And I think I was just burning a lot of time for not much efficiency. So I might as well double down on one goal or the other. Cut calories, cut weight, and then maybe overeat, go to 2,200 calories, and then lift heavy. Get some bulk, cut again. That's the cut and bulk cycle, you know? So, trying to do both. This wasn't really working for me. Where Steph sits in a chair watching this all from behind.
Okay.
There are a couple of exercises she likes to watch.
Yes.
But right now, still a little zoinked from getting a flu shot. I saw somebody in chat earlier talking about how the boosters kind of laid them out. Don't feel bad. The booster was the roughest on me, but I also got a booster and a flu shot at the same time. So that actually kind of knocked me off my groove for about a day.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Saracens, you don't have to do it long either.
Nice.
A play session of Ring Fit can be like 20-30 minutes. And you can stop when you want.
Keep it up.
So if you want to start and just like do 15 minutes and then walk away, you can do that. Oh, is Vanguard still on schedule? Yes, Vanguard is next. I'm gonna finish this workout, finish this level basically with the side quest. Then
Okay.
jump in the shower,
Fantastic.
get ready to defend freedom.
Good job.
I'm excited.
Okay. Amazing.
All the promo material for Vanguard kind of implied that it was going for this ridiculous scale. And Call of Duty is great at scale. So if they're like leaning into scale, then maybe this is the infinite warfare of modern warfare, or of World War II games. And in that regard, I'm excited to see what ridiculous crap. Like falling, one plane cracks in half like an egg, you fall out of it, you land inside of another Nazi plane and you shoot everyone, you steal the Nazi gold and then get exploded out the back. You land in a Jeep that's parachuting down. The Jeep lands on the side of a mountain.
Amazing.
You're driving down the mountain outrunning an avalanche. The avalanche is also Nazi.
Great. Great. Let's pick up the pace. Very nice. Come on. Nice. 5 more. Good job. Good. Very nice. Excellent.
That's what I want. That's what I'm hoping.
Vanguard.
If the game doesn't do that, it's trash.
You should feel it in your stomach, not your arm. You've got this.
Got it.
Warrior 1 pose.
Left foot. Okay.
Slowly bend to the left.
How many times you actually
Turn to
say the word
start
Nazi?
position. Don't let
becoming
your bent
less-
knee extend beyond your
Like in
field.
in AAA products, it's like a weird thing to dance around, it seems. Because in a global market, talking about Nazis, referencing historical events makes you more likely to be, like, not necessarily blacklisted, face revision or content moderation stuff. Conversely, eating an egg. How you doing? Yeah, it might just be Axis. Who knows? I mean, I think the version of it in the US have no problem having a bunch of
Okay,
diverse
let's switch sides.
LGBTQIA allied soldiers shooting the fuck out of Nazis. The flip side, was very surprised to see proper insignia. Oh, okay, so like swastika and Iron Cross stuff. I'm still excited. I don't care. Give me a fucking ace trans lesbian sniper that just domes a bunch of cartoonish goose-stepping Nazis. As
Slowly
long as they get to steal Nazi gold.
Slowly return to the starting position. You can try for a right angle, but don't overextend yourself.
I guess I'm really just talking about Wolfenstein now. I'm talking about BJ Blazkowicz. I did kind of like where they were going with Youngblood, but part of me, you know, having like, okay, so today, I mean, it might be up already, but I did a fair amount of reading about how the Chinese market certifies games, and that is the exact kind of thing that will never, ever, ever come out on that market. I think Bethesda's okay with that, but it's going to become more of a concern, I think. Okay.
Right on. Way to work up a sweat. Now turn your exercise into experience points with a victory pose. Charge your squat power, but don't overextend yourself. Release victory!
Oh yeah. Neo-Nazi movement being bad at Wolfenstein and machine games. So, if I put myself in that mindset as much as I can, I'm not mad about it. We all know Nazis are bad. I'm mad because they're capitalizing on political shit and just pretending to be the good guy or something. I don't know. What kills me, and this is a point that I'm hardly the first to make, that I don't know. Games have always been that. Games have always leaned into the popular thing. Games have always tried to provide a marketable fantasy. It's just, it was, for a long time, it was the exact fantasy that a particular market wanted. Since that it was presumed to be
Lightly cover
the only fantasy there was,
with the pad of your right thumb.
now all this
as
other
shown.
stuff seems like a forced intrusion.
Measuring. Please do not move your thumb.
Exactly, Eric. Eric S. Brady. I'm the fantasy. Trying to get to 69 beats a minute. That's a pretty low heart rate. But also very nice. Yeah. How much is this? It'd be so cool in VR. I don't know if you want to be doing jumps and push-ups and squats with a VR helmet on, but I guess people do all kinds of workouts in VR now that I think. Beat Saber. Jerk Warrior 1 Poke.
Let's begin our static stretching. You won't need the ring.
Oh, how was my European trip? It was
Be
awesome.
mindful of your body.
Italy
and
is like
stretch within the range of
an
your
amusement
ability.
park. Berlin
Widen
was a
your
little more
stance.
text,
Place your hands on your knees
a little more
and drop your
gritty.
hips. Rotate your left shoulder inward and extend your left hip joint. Return to facing forward. Now stretch your right hip joint too. Be sure not to let your knees bend inward. Bring yourself back slowly. Bend your left knee and bring your ankle up behind you. Pull your knee backward and stretch the front of your thigh. Now do the same on the opposite side. Be careful not to bend your lower back backward.
Yeah, had a lot of great food, a lot of interesting. Put on like 10 pounds.
Bring yourself
for joke,
back slowly.
but I've lost about half of it.
Stretch your left arm to the side and hold it with your right arm. Pull in your arm and stretch the muscles of your left shoulder.
But Crazy Green, I think this game is maybe. But I don't.
Now
I'm
do the same
not in
on
VR,
the
though.
opposite side. Be careful not to rotate your waist as well.
100-year-old building. Yeah, that was... We went to Rome first, basically. Got our
Bring yourself back
relative
slowly.
minds blown by looking at
Use
structures
your right
of too
hand
many
to
old...
pull back the fingers of your left hand. While arching back your left wrist, stretch your left arm forward.
Got to learn a lot about world history. Realized that most of Star Wars is just scribed plots of
Now do the same on the
Roman
opposite
Empire.
side. Take care not to bend the elbow of the arm you're extending.
Yeah, thank you, Cyberglot. Expecting a lot from AAA money machines in terms of 100%.
Bring yourself back slowly.
Mass market entertainment will never make anything
Join your hands together in front of
most
you,
populous
with your
statements.
palms facing out.
Occasionally you have
Stretch out
some
your back.
works break through, you know, like Parasite, sort of capture the public interest game, what have you.
Bring yourself back slowly. And your stretching is complete.
But like,
Good job.
what do Marvel movies have to say about politics? Do the right thing. Strong. I don't know. Tell me about sodium. You guys want to learn about sodium? Sodium is an element the body needs to work properly. Sodium is involved in your body's regulation of both blood pressure and blood volume. Also required for your nerves and muscles to work correctly. Sodium is found naturally in most foods and is also added to most processed. There you go. Now you know about sodium. Now we're all healthy. We're all gonna live forever. Guys, if you can work out a little bit today and ensure that you'll be on this earth when Final Fantasy 27 comes out, I think that's a fair trade-off. Especially if in the meantime you're playing video game. That was my goal. Like I spent about, I want to say 9 months doing just an ass load of light cardio while playing Switch games. Yeah, the Italian food. I've thought a lot about it. Those are meals I will remember for the rest of my life. No joke. Pasta. Oh, I can still kind of feel the texture in my mouth. It's so good. Got to have some Florence steak, which was primal. If you guys, you know, not vegetarian friendly, but if you want to see some, the reddest of red meat, Google up some Florentine steak. That was an experience. Oh my gosh! And it was in like a, I guess, what is it? Buca is the actual like basement restaurant. What Buca means, right? I think. Anyway, so it was in a basement restaurant in Florence, and since it was a basement, it wasn't super well ventilated, so it was like this sort of close, dense, otherworldly atmosphere. Picking it like this monstrous pile of red meat. Oh my gosh. With some red wine and a little... Good times. Family didn't enjoy Rome and Venice when we went, but I enjoyed every minute. How can you not enjoy Rome or Venice? I don't understand that. Venice is like, everything about it is designed to be welcoming and bright and attractive for tourists. I guess if you just really don't like walking or crowds. Because my understanding is the crowds were pretty light when we went. It wasn't actually that bad. But yeah, I had an enchanted time. That's what I would say. Okay, here's the deal. I gotta step away, take a shower, and then get ready to fight the fascists. You don't only play as the United States though, so that's good. And I guess they're going back to the African campaign. I thought that was really cool in Call of Duty too. So deep cuts, I guess. But Call of Duty Vanguard campaign, probably on some hard difficulty because I'm an idiot after this. But in the meantime, MediaTek. So enjoy clips and stuff like that. And I'm getting better about this. I'm actually going to put up a timer this time. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks for watching.
He thought this would be impossible.